All right, so now I'm gonna show you my $1 million profit formula. But before I do that, I want you to think about this for a second. I'm about to show you how to make $1 million, okay? So I think it'd be wise to take some notes. Give this your undivided attention, because it's not often, it's not every day when somebody that's made millions of dollars shares with you their exact formula of how they did it. And this is the thing. This is not theory, this is not hype, this is not BS. This is a scientific formula for making millions of dollars that works every single time it's applied, okay? This is something that works. If you wanna make $1 million, this is how to do it. There's no bull crap at all. This is 100% pure, real, exactly how to make $1 million. It's a scientific formula, okay? So it's exact, okay? Just like the sun comes up every day, this is the same way, okay? This is the law of the universe. This is God's law. This works time and time and time again. This is how every business that's making millions and millions of dollars operates. This is exactly what you have to do. And unfortunately, nobody really teaches this, okay? So pay close attention, because by the time you're done watching this video, you're gonna know exactly how to make $1 million, and actually how to make a lot more than that. But we're gonna start it off with $1 million. So with that said, let's get started. So there's 3 variables that made me $1 million, okay? That led to me making $1 million, okay? So the very first thing is info products, and we've been talking about that for a while now. So I'm gonna just do info products. Okay, so that's kind of like number 1, sell information products. And the reason why you sell information products is the dramatically high profit margins. Profit margins are nearly 100%. If you sell a course that you have to ship to somebody, the shipping and handling fee almost always will pay for whatever the course costs, plus it'll pay to ship the product. So whatever you charge for your info product, that's 100% profit minus whatever advertising you're gonna spend. So that's why info products are so powerful. And similar products to info products, when it comes to that, is software and health supplements, because they have the same variables. Extremely high, 100% profit margins for those different products. So that's what you want to sell. Information products, health supplements, or software, okay? So anyways, information products. Once I discovered information products, my income, basically went from nothing to $1,000 a month online, and then and literally overnight. I mean, within a couple days, I built up a $1,000 a month business pretty much right away when I figured out, hey, you should sell information products. That was really quick. But what took me to the next level is when I understood the power of memberships. Okay? So info products took me to $5,000 a month, okay? On their own, all right? Which today I can make way more than that just selling info products. But back in the day, before I knew what I was doing, it got me to $5,000 a month. Memberships got me up to $50,000 a month, which is good money, which it was an information product membership. And all membership means is every month your customer is buying something from you on an ongoing basis. So, for like a membership for an info products, usually, it'll be like a web-based online, they can get a product, and every month you update content in a members area, or it could be a DVD of the month club where you ship them a new DVD every single month. Those are the best ones to do. So those are different things. So that got me up to $50,000 a month, okay? Then I understood my customer value. This is what made me a millionaire, is understand my customer value. And that's what we're gonna go through today. Now, when I got up to making $50,000 a month, I had a customer value. But the thing is, I didn't know what it was, right? Because I never took the time to figure out what it was. Nobody told me anything about it before, so I really didn't understand it, okay? But once I understood it, I became a millionaire very fast. Basically, in 6 weeks, I made over $100,000 within 6 weeks of this discovery, and then within 8 months, I made over $1 million. Okay, and then I went on to make many, many millions of dollars since then. But this made me a millionaire within 8 months from the day I figured this stuff out. So this is very, very powerful. So what I'm about to tell you made me a millionaire within 8 months of understanding this, and you're about to know it right now. So this is pure gold, okay? So take notes, okay? So anyways, I understood my customer value. That made me a millionaire. So let's just put, here, millions plus, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna share with you the formula to make $1 million. So what you wanna do is you wanna set up a membership program selling info products, okay? And what you wanna do is sell a product that's about $100 a month, okay? You can do $97 a month, but to make the math easy on me, we're gonna say $100 a month, because there's so many different markets that will pay you $100 a month for a membership program. So you should definitely take advantage of that. So, you know, sell a product for $100 a month, okay? So, or a membership for $100 a month, right? Now, at the low end, your members will stay with you for 4 months, okay? Unless your program is just garbage, and then it'll be less. But, you know, as long as you just provide good value, and they'll stay minimum 4 months. Sometimes they'll stay 6 months. Sometimes they'll stay a year. Sometimes 2 years. And this is on average, okay? Some customers will only stay 1 month. Some will stay 10. Some will stay 5. But when it all comes out and averages out, how many months do they stay with you on average, okay? So what we're gonna base our $1 million example off is at the low end of 4 months. So $100 times 4 equals $400, okay? So that means our customer value would be $400 in this example, okay? And CV is for short for customer value, okay? All right, now that we know our customer value is $400, now what we have to do is figure out, okay, how much are we willing to spend on advertising to get this $400 customer? And what I recommend you do is you spend $100 on advertising at the most, okay? And think about this for a second. Initially, the customer only spends $100, and you're gonna spend $100 to get that customer, okay? So this is the way it worked, okay? Today, let's say you go out and get 5 customers. Well, you made $500 in revenue, and it cost you $500. So you pretty much have $0 today, but over the course of you know, next month, the month after that, on and on and on, you're gonna start getting that membership revenue come in, and you get to keep 100% of that because your advertising's already been paid for. Okay, so everything after that is pure profit in your pocket. And that's where the magic happens, okay? Because I didn't understand this stuff before. So before, I would never spend $100 in advertising to acquire a customer. Okay, I'd spend like $20 or $30 because I was thinking $100. All right, so think about it this way: if you can spend $100 in advertising to get a customer that spends $100 with you right now, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to advertise all over the place and advertise much, much more because you're spending more money on advertising. So it's gonna allow you to get way more customers than you could get if you didn't do that. And that's the power of this, okay? And think about it this way. If you're going up against somebody, your competition, and their product is $100 one time, yours is a $100 a month membership, okay? You could spend $100 to get that customer. They can't. They can only spend, let's say, $50. Then they'll make 50% profit. So for every $50 they spend, they make $50. Okay, which works out good for them. But at the same time, it's harder to get rich from that. Okay, so you're able to spend more money to get your customers because you know you're going to make $400. Okay, so it's okay to break even today, knowing next month you're going to have $100 profit in your pocket. The month after that, on and on and on. Okay, so our cost per customer is going to be $100. Okay. All right. Profit per customer, okay, would be $300. Okay. That's because that's how much profit. Because customer value, they're worth $400. Cost per customer is $100. So that means we're left with $300 profit. Okay. So what you want to do is take $300 and divide it by 1 million. So we'll take 300 and divide it by $1 million because that's how much money we want to make. Okay, so I'm going to get the calculator out here. And we'll do it real quick here for you. So $1 million divided by $300 is 3,333. So let's see here, 3,333 customers in a year will make you $1 million profit, okay? And this formula is all about profit, not gross, okay? It's one thing to show you how to gross $1 million. That's what most gurus want to do. But then it's like, okay, but how much money are you going to actually get to keep? Because at the end of the day, who cares? You could gross $100 million next year, but if you only get to keep $100,000, what's the point, right? I mean, you know, if you make $100 million gross, then you want to at least be able to keep 25, 50 million, something like that, right? That way you can really live it up. So anyways, 3,333 customers a year. So we're going to divide that by 365 days, and that's 9.13 customers per day, okay? Now, what we're going to do is base this off a sales conversion of 1%, okay? So SC actually means sales conversion. So what that means is if 100 people go to your website, one person will buy, okay? So out of 100, only one person buys. Now this is a low sales conversion, okay? What you really should shoot for a $100 a month program like this is a 2% sales conversion. What I would do is test and tweak your website until it's converting at 2%. So that means for every 100 people you send to your website, 2 people buy, okay? And that's not hard to do at all. I have websites that get an 8% sales conversion off a $150 product, okay? So this is not hard to do. This is stuff you can absolutely do, but we're gonna base it very low. My formula is based on conservative numbers to make $1 million. And then in a second, I'll show you how changing the numbers changes everything and it'll make you way, way, way more money. So anyways, 1%. Now, because we know we need to have 9 customers per day to make $1 million, what we'll do is let's round that up to 10 customers per day, okay? And so to get 10 customers per day off a 1% sales conversion, that means you need 1,000 people per day to go to your website. So visitors per day, you need 1,000 people, okay? And that will get you all the customers you need. So there are literally thousands of different products that you can sell where you can easily get 1,000 people a day to your website. Now, based off your 1% sales conversion and the fact that we're willing to spend up to $100 per customer, that means that you can pay up to $1 per visitor to your website. So cost per visitor would be $1, okay? So that basically means every time somebody goes to your website, you pay up to $1 in advertising. So now let me grab a different pen and let's talk about what all this means here. Let's kind of review here, all right? Your product's $100 a month. The average customer stays for 4 months, so that means each customer is worth $400, okay? You're willing to spend $100 to acquire a customer, so that means after you acquire a customer, each customer is worth $300. So your customer value, your profit per customer is $300, okay? So that means you need 3,333 customers a year to make $1 million. So we're gonna just say 10 a day, all right, to make $1 million. So you'll actually make quite a bit more than $1 million profit off this formula, okay? So what this means is you just have to simply find a market that's willing to pay, you know, $100 per month for some type of membership, and a market where you can get 1,000 clicks per day and you can make $1 million a year. And the thing is there's literally thousands of markets that fit into this equation. And just think about it. This is how easy it is to make $1 million a year. And just think about the power of this. This is $1 million formula and it's not really that hard. And think about it this way. It's all about the numbers, okay? It's all about, okay, what market can we make this fit in? It's not about getting lucky, okay? We all know that we can get a 1% sales conversion. That's very, very, very easy to get, okay? I get that if I only get a 1% sales conversion, I'm not happy, okay? I'm not happy unless I'm getting at least a 2%. Okay, and sometimes even when I get a 2%, I'll go for 3 or 4, okay? And usually this is the way it works. 1 is okay. 2 is where you should be. 3% is great. Anything above 3%, you're kicking butt taking names. But the thing is you don't need to do that in order to make $1 million. Now I'm gonna show you what happens when you get the sales conversion from 1% to 2%, because it should be 2%, okay? I just did 1% to be very conservative, but you can easily, let's say, you know, you start off, it's at 1%, you can easily make some tweaks and adjustments to your website. And I'll show you so many different tactics you can use that'll increase your conversions dramatically, and it will not be hard to get it to 2%, okay? You should be at 2% at least anyways. So let's see what happens when you get to 2%. So let's change this to 2% sales conversion. Okay, so what happens there? Well, basically your customers double, okay? So instead of getting 3,333 customers a year, you get 6,666 customers a year. Okay, that changes everything, because think about it this way: is we're not increasing the amount of people that go to your website. So what's that mean? That means that it's not going to cost us any more money to get a customer. Okay, it's going to cost us less. So instead of each customer costing us $100, because we double our conversions, it actually will cost us $50 instead. So let's take this 100, change it to 50, and let's see what the numbers are in that case. Okay, so we have 6,666 customers. Times that by 400, so that's $2,666,400. Okay, now we got to take out advertising by $50, so that'd be $333,300. Okay, in advertising. So minus that from the 2,666,40 equals $2,333,010 in profit. This is profit, okay? A year. Just think about that. So you basically, your profit's more than double when you increase your sales conversion, because you're not really spending any more money in advertising and you're doubling the sales. I mean, that changes everything. That's a complete game changer. Now you may be wondering, well, how the heck am I going to ever come up with $333,000 a year in advertising? There's no way I could do that. You don't have to, because this thing pays for itself. Okay, like I said before, you know, if you're paying $100 for a $100 customer today, let's say today you go out and get 5 customers, so it costs you $500. Well, it might have cost you $500 in advertising, but you made $500, so really it didn't cost you anything. So it's not like you're gonna have to go out and invest a gazillion dollars and get investors for advertising or anything like that. You don't need that at all, because you're gonna be making the money back yourself, okay? So that's something you don't have to worry about at all, okay? So this increases your income to this is how to make basically over $2 million. Now let me show you something. Let me grab a different marker here, and let me show you another thing that makes this whole equation more exciting. You'll notice I have an empty box, okay? That's the back end value, okay? So let's say 6 months down the road, you're kicking butt, taking names, making millions of dollars, right? So now you're like, well, okay, well, what else can I do to make some more money? So then what you can do is be like, well, hey, why don't I make like $1,000 product, okay? Because think about it, if your customers are spending $100 a month with you, they can definitely afford to spend $1,000 on a high ticket product, okay? So what you do is you sell them, let's say, $1,000 product then. And not everybody's gonna buy it, but you can definitely get 25% of your customers to buy it. So 25%, buy it, that means your average customer is going to spend an extra $250 with you, okay? But what if you made multiple products, okay? What if you had a $1,000 product, a $2,000 product, a $5,000 product, on and on and on, right? It just keeps adding. But we'll just base it off this $1,000 product. So let's put in $1,000 here, or I mean, not 1,000, but $250, because that's your back end customer value, okay? So what's this do to the deal? Okay, well, basically what it does is let's times this by the 6,666 customers, and let's see how much extra money we make. That's $1,666,500. Okay, so let's add that to the $2,333,100 that we already made, and we're just a hair under $4 million. That puts us to $3,999,600. So basically puts us $400 away from $4 million. Now think about what happened here though. Think about just the little things that changed. The only thing that changed is to get up to $2 million, okay? The only thing that's changed is we just tweaked our website. We tweaked our website, we made our website convert better. Now we doubled our income, actually more than doubled our income, and we turned $1 million a year profit business to a $2.3 million a year profit business. And then we just added one product to the back end, and that boosted it up to almost pretty much It's a $4 million a year in profit business, okay? Just by changing a couple variables, okay? This stuff is not hard to do. And that's the thing is you could have a business right now, let's say that's making $100,000 a year, and just a couple tweaks, you could be making $400,000 or $500,000 a year just by tweaking a couple things. But see, understanding the fact that you can go out and spend $100 to get a $100 customer, that is the game changer. Because the thing is it's pretty much just as easy to sell a $100 product as it is to sell a $100 a month product, okay? Usually your conversions, they're gonna be about the same, okay? Either way, so you might as well have a membership where they're getting something monthly, and by doing so, and the fact that you can spend so much money to acquire a customer, it's a complete game changer, okay? It makes it so easy to make a lot of money. And this is the thing, is $1 per click is what I base this off, $1 per visitor to your website. That's kind of high, okay? In a lot of cases, you can actually get people to your website for more like 50 cents, okay? So that's gonna change all the variables around as well. Okay, there's all kinds of different variables you can do. Also, 1,000 visitors a day is not that many. A lot of markets, you can get 5,000 or even 10,000 people a day to your website, okay? So 1,000 is pretty low. You can do much better. It's not low. I mean, heck, there's some markets that totally suck and you'll be lucky to get 200 people to your website a day. But I mean, even so though, even if you got 250 people to your website a day, if you set it up like we did to make $4 million a year, that's still $1 million a year in profit off 250 people to your website a day. That's ridiculous. But what if you're a market where you can get where you can get 2,000 people to your website a day? Okay, now the same equation turns into an $8 million a year business. So you see what I mean? It's not about being lucky, okay? Making millions of dollars isn't about luck. It's about understanding how the formula works. It's about understanding the formula, and then you can just plug it in, because now all you have to do is go out and find a market that customers are willing to pay $100 a month for some type of membership. All right, and you can get at least 1,000 not customers, but 1,000 people to your website a day. If you can get those two variables, you're golden. You're pretty much definitely going to make $1 million as long as you can get a sales conversion of 1%. If you can get it to 2%, then you can make even more than that. And then down the road, you add back-end products, you make more and more and more money. Let's say, we based, $1,000 product in 6 months. What if, in a year from now, you decide, well, hey, I'm making all this money. Why don't I create a $2,000 product or a $3,000 product or something like that? And then that just keeps adding, okay? Another equation we didn't talk about here that is a huge income stream is the email list, your customer list and your email list that you're building throughout this entire process. Because this is the thing, when people are going to your website, based off, let's say 2%, you get 100 people to your website, well, 98 of those people don't buy anything. Well, what if you end up getting like 30% of their email addresses, okay? And maybe they won't buy your product, but you can, sign up for affiliate programs. You can do deals with joint venture partners, cross promote stuff, and then you'll make all kinds of money from other income streams that I'm not even talking about, okay? So this $4 million profit a year business could easily turn into $5, $6, $7, $8 million a year just because we have other income streams, okay? So this basically is just the tip of the iceberg, but it gets even better than what I just showed you. So this has the power to change the game and just make you so much money you won't even know what to do with it. I mean, when you're actually making millions of dollars, your life changes dramatically. You can pretty much buy anything you want. You can go on crazy vacations anytime you want. You work whenever you feel like it. If somebody needs help financially, you can just pay, hook them up, give them money. I mean, a couple years ago, my stepfather passed away, and unfortunately, my mom and my stepdad switched their life insurance like a week before he died. Well, because of that, they were kind of like in the trial period or whatever it may be when he died, and pretty much their life insurance was gone, and the insurance company would not pay any money. So he had a bunch of funeral expenses, and I just paid it for my mom. And it probably cost me something like $30,000, and I just paid it just like that. So she didn't have to worry about that. And just think about that type of impact, you can have on people that you care about. I mean, it's huge. Okay. So not only can you have a lot of fun with the money, but there's a lot of people you can help out that are in situations like that really suck. And just think about how this can impact your family, your friends, and the people you know. It will change the lives of not only your life, but if you have kids, their lives. If you have grandkids, their lives. It'll change, everybody, around you's lives. And this, another thing is, you'll inspire many people, because when they see how well you've done and they know you, okay, they've known you your whole life or known you for a long time, they'll look at you and be like, wow, look at what you've done. Maybe I can do that too. And then you start inspiring people to do better in life. And so you impact way more people than yourself. So it's not just about, buying a Lamborghini and a big giant mansion and going on vacation all the time. I mean, this is life-changing stuff that will change not just your life, but everybody's life.